Thank you for joining me for this joy and happiness bundle. I'm so glad that you decided to take part in this. And I wanted to get into one of our exercises, and that is the joy and happiness assessment. If you take that out, hopefully you downloaded that PDF, you'll see it's a nice wheel, and it outlines the different domains of life. And we have everything from family and friends, significant other, career and business, fun and leisure, health, wellness, financial and personal growth. What I want you to do is take a good, honest look at those. And then you're going to rate your level of joy and happiness in each one of those along the wheel. You'll see the numbers on the wheel from 1, that would be a low level of joy and happiness, to 10, where you're just feeling ultimate joy and very content. I want you to take time and rate yourself on each of those domains of life. Now here's the thing, you might say, maybe there's 1 or 2 domains of life that aren't relevant to you. That's okay. You know what we want you to do is personalize this and always make it your own. Cross that out and put something that is relevant to you in that area. You know, if there's something that speaks to you more, go ahead and put that in for yourself. And then go ahead and rate yourself. And after you do that, you're gonna see you'll have different dots for your level of joy and happiness, and then you're going to connect those dots. And what this does, it gives us really a visual representation of where you are right now in your joy and happiness level in those different domains of life. So you might say, well, that's great, I see this now, but you know, how do I use this? Well, the first thing I want to ask you are, after you complete this, what are your observations when you look at this? You know, were there surprises to you? Were there areas where you thought you were really feeling good, but you actually rated yourself a low joy or happiness level? Those are the things we kind of want to notate. You know, I've had people come to our workshops and do this, and they said, wow, the thing I thought I was coming here to set goals about, I'm actually really good in when I take a look at this. So sometimes those are aha moments. You know what? Sometimes you'll say, you know what, it wasn't really anything I didn't know, but it is a wonderful visual representation of where we're at. And I want to encourage us in this exercise, where you're at doesn't mean where you have to stay. Maybe you want more joy and happiness like we all do in these certain areas. Well, that's great. This is a starting point. There's no guilt or shame where we are. It's just where we're at. And the whole goal and hope is that we can be more aware and cultivate more joy and happiness by doing things like this and being more intentional. You know, the next thing, use this information to set a goal for yourself. If you're low satisfaction level in maybe the fun and leisure area, or maybe significant other, I would ask you to pick one thing. We know that information doesn't change us, but it's the application of it. So pick one thing. Don't get overwhelmed if you have 4 areas where you're not experiencing joy or happiness, or maybe you even have more. That's okay. Pick one and focus on, because here's what we know. Once you start to get results and be intentional in one area, it's gonna overflow into other areas of your life. So I hope you enjoy this exercise. It's a very powerful one that I do with almost all of my clients, and it's one I do throughout different seasons in our life too. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at metamorphosiscct@gmail.com. Always happy to answer your questions or provide more information. Thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderfully happy and joy-filled day.